Hello, today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful beaded butterfly, which you can create into a necklace, earrings, bracelet, or whatever you like. Here's an example I did. Here's another example, but using size 15 seed beads in the middle, and another one using size 6mm rondelle beads. Here are the fire polish beads that you'll be needing in 4mm size, and two different colors in size 11 seed beads. These are your A beads, these are your B beads, and these are your C beads. So now thread on 5 A beads and pull them down your line. Then you're going to go through the first 4 beads that you added. Here's an example, an illustration showing what you do. So the red line is the beads you're going through, and the black line where the arrow is pointing is the direction that you're going to be pointing, you're going to be putting your needle in through. And the other end of the black thing is where your thread was coming out of. So as you see here, I'm going in the direction of where the arrow was pointing through those first 4 beads. And thread those on and then pull it tight, and you should have something that looks like this. Now you're going to add 8 A beads and 5 B beads. Now you're going to go through that B bead right there, and you can see which direction to put the needle up through from the illustration. And then pull that tight. Now you're going to add 3 B beads and 7 A beads, going through that B bead that you see the red line going through and going in that direction of the arrow. Now you're going to go through 8 A beads and 4 B beads as shown here. Now you're going to add 1 A bead, 1 C bead, which is your fire polish bead, and another A bead. And go through that B bead that you saw the red line going through. And pull it tight. And that is your first wing. Now you're going to complete this wing by going through that A bead that you just added and the C bead. And then pull it through. Now you're going to pick up another A bead and pass it through 3 of those A beads, that middle B bead, and that one next to it, that other B bead right here as shown here. It should look like this right now, but sometimes I'm not able to pass the needle through all of the beads at once, so I do it in steps as shown here. Now you're going to add 16 A beads and 3 B beads. And you're going to go through that 1 B bead right there as shown in the illustration. Now pass through 3 of those A beads as shown in the illustration. And pull it through. Now you're going to add one A bead, one C bead, which is your fire polish bead, and another A bead. And then you're going to count 7 beads up and then go through that 7th bead as shown here. Now you're going to pass your needle through the A bead and the C bead, which is the fire polish bead. Now pick up another A bead and you're going to pass it through those B beads at the top, one on each side as shown on this illustration, to bring those two pieces together. When you're doing this, make sure you don't accidentally loop your thread around another bead, otherwise it can get messed up when you're pulling it through. Add one B bead, and then you're going to go through all of those B beads on the right side and out through that between those other two as shown in this illustration. So that's a total of 5 B beads that you're going to be passing your needle through. Now add 1 B bead and 10 A beads. Now you're going to pass your needle through 2 of those A beads, 2 of the B beads, and that other A bead as shown in the illustration. Now add 1 C bead. Now you're going to count 5 beads up from where the thread is coming out and go through that 5th bead as shown here. And then roll your fire polish into the middle. Now you're going to go through your fire polish C bead. Now add 1 A bead. And you're going to pass it through those 2 A beads and the 2 B beads as shown in the illustration. Now add 4 B beads. Now you're going to pass your needle through those 3 B beads and 2 A beads as shown here. Sometimes you're not going to be able to go through all of the beads at once, so you can do it in a 2-step process. It gets tight moving that needle through all of the beads. Now you are ready to complete your last wing. Add 10 A beads. And you're going to pass your needle through the 2 B beads and the 2 A beads as shown in the illustration. Now add 1 A bead and 1 C bead. Now you're going to count 5 beads down from where the thread is coming out and go through that 5th bead as shown in the illustration. And then roll your fire polish bead into the center of that wing. Now you're going to go through that C bead and pull your thread. Make sure everything's tight. Now you're going to go through that A bead and those 3 B beads as shown in the illustration. And then after that, you're going to go through that other B bead and those 9 A beads. Now you're going to have what looks like this. You're almost done. Now you're going to add 4 more A beads. And you're going to pass it up through the opposite end as shown in the illustration of the A bead. Now you're going to pass it through those 3 B beads as shown in the illustration. There you have it, your very own beaded butterfly, which you can turn into earrings, bracelet, necklace, or whatever you like. I really hope you enjoyed watching and making this beaded butterfly. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on any video now to watch it.
Here it goes. If you don't comment, rate, or subscribe, she's not going to teach you how to make yummy food. So you better comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye!